First things first, we don't want to get our customers' floors dirty. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that guy into there. Perfect, all right. Prime example right here as to why you should always go through insurance. This customer hit a cow back in February and the guy didn't want to turn it into his insurance. And then the fight ensued. No money got exchanged and it just sat here because I would not start on it until I had a check in my hand. Now I have a check in my hand. So we're gonna squeeze this guy in real quick and get him all fixed up. This happens to be a 2014 Chevrolet 2500 HD crew cab with the flatbed 6.0 gasser, another Ranch Rig Special. So when he hit this cow, it actually pushed this grill guard back into this hood. I unbolted the bottom of the grill guard and pulled it back forward. Cut a hole in the hood to get to the latch because it was smashed so hard into it. As far as I can tell, there is no frame damage on it, but it did push the fender, wrinkled it, pushed it back into the door. The door is unharmed in all of this, except for a few little scratches and scrapes. That's not a big deal across that edge. So it is getting this fender right here. You can see there's a little damage on it when it got shipped. It's right there. My hood is right here. I have the grill, the mounts, the lights, all the little pieces of plastic in behind there that all need done. I'll pull the grill guard off. This grill guard is bent. We move our hood latch out of the way. We can sight this thing down, and if you look at this bar right here, you'll see it has a nice curve to it, and then you see the bend in it right there. Right back there. You see that bend. The cow did hit on that side, and this side does have a big gap across here, and not one right there. So it did actually move this piece back right here, and you can sight this one down versus that one right there. That one's more straight up, and this one's more pushed back right here. The radiator support looks pretty good, except for right here. We can see this kind of moves back. So let's go ahead and get this thing tore down. We're gonna tear our grill guard off, we're gonna tear our fender off, our hood off, headlights, grill, all the pieces behind it, and all the plastic that might be behind there that's all broken. I would like it noted that as I'm taking this apart, these are not my mismatched bolts. These are 12s. That's a 12, that's a 13. These are more 12s. There was 10s up here. These bolts that somebody's put in before me were not my doing. Like this, none of this was me. All right, I just want it on record. I was taking these out and realized, wait a minute, I need video of that. Otherwise somebody's gonna call me out on it later. Well, here I am about an hour and a half later. We are all tore down, and I will tell you, that thing is stupid heavy. I couldn't do it myself, so I had to wait for somebody, but we're all tore down with the exception of the mirror's gotta come off, the handle's gotta come off, our trim has to come off, Silverado's gotta come off, and that molding's gotta come off. And then over on top of this fender over here, it's all covered in bird crap, but we got a couple little dents that I'm gonna fix because we're blending this anyway, so why not just make them happy. No hidden damage that I could find. I'll take some lessons from this guy. Always go through insurance. This is me mixing up the color right now. I already got sealer sprayed. If you want to know what I use, it's all Nason, and I'm spraying it out of a soda. Real quick, this is what it looks like in my sealer, all the way down underneath. All of this almost all gets covered by all electronics and everything. But we got the Gordon, or if you're fancy, the Gordon. This is my hood. It's all in sealer as well. No, I did not take the stickers off under there. Look, all that center section gets covered. Got a lot to get through, so I got to go through this quick. There's a lot to put together here, but this is the first coat. It's a tack coat. It looks splotchy. It's supposed to. It's a tack coat. Second coat's for coverage. I'll skip all that and save all that from you. We'll still move along pretty quickly here. Truck's in, fender's on. I got 3 bolts across the front, just holding the fender on. I have no bolts in the back. Now, if we can see up top, we can see we're almost touching, and we come to a big old gap down bottom. That's either because we're using an aftermarket fender or we had frame damage. You know, the only time I've ever been wrong was when I second guessed myself there. That is dead on perfect. If you ever want to know if something's bent, cracking paint is usually the sign. So that thing is all tweaked. I'll have to go get one. Richard, you need a refill. There you go, little buddy. Good Lord, if it ain't one problem, it's another. So these are the side moldings that go across the side of the truck here. And we decided to make the executive decision to pull these things off and leave them off because as you can see on the passenger side, these things are just coming off already. So we're gonna pull them all off, give it a nice sleeker, cleaner look. So I've been taking my eraser wheel across the back door, working on this now. I noticed this, it's hard to see, but this right here, I thought that was just water and I kept rubbing it. It's not. No, that's a paint line. You can see it flaking. So shout out to the piece of garbage shop that did this terrible work that I now have to try and fix. Bring you masked off, ready for paint, and just mixed up some sealer now. I don't need to show you how to paint this time. I just show you everything's masked off. Just realized I didn't mask that door off for sealer. I don't need to have sealer on my door at all because there's no damage on that door. So I got carried away after I got done painting and I forgot to record anything. I started putting this darn thing together. Went to latch the hood after I put it on and it's stuck. So I've pried on this thing and it's actually latched. It won't come loose. Something broke inside of it. Now, this is kind of a little more glass than that, but I know you all get mad if I don't show you that. Ah! All right, that works. That grill fits like a glove. Then you look at our gap across there, come across, look at our gap across there. Boy, I was on a roll this morning until I wasn't. Put my headlights in, had my grill in, everything. And I thought, wait a minute, I gotta test these lights because the new lights didn't come with bulbs. So I had to use the old bulbs. Low beams don't work, high beams do. And of course, bulbs. I really hope I'm able to find a spare light bulb that's completely full of light bulbs there. Again, my customers are really lucky that I hoard stuff. But on the bright side, hood latch came in, mirror is in, all the doors is assembled, my inner fenders are in. Figured I gotta show you this too. Made in China. And yeah, that's from GM. XPO called and asked if I had a forklift. I said, nope, but I got a skid loader and some skills. I can get her done. All right, we're all back together, done, got in a rush. Just finished putting this thing on here, and I just realized I didn't pull them foam pieces off there yet. But I was working under there, and his other truck broke, and he's gonna come drop that off, switch this thing out, so I gotta hurry up and finish this thing up. This guy's fitting really good. If we look at our gap underneath the headlights, it looks good on this side. Come to the other side. Same gap, looking good. I'm just finishing working across this door, and I'm gonna start this one, and then we should be done. So that's where this one's gonna end. I know it ran long. It's gonna be really highly edited, I think, probably, I don't know. So if you take anything out of this video, don't hit cows. Y'all have a good one. See you on the next one.